Alright guys, you ready for a Haversack show and tell? Stick with me. Okay guys, this is my kit, my Haversack kit that I use. I've got my minimal kit attached to it along with everything that's got inside. So we'll go ahead and start with outside accoutrement. Start over here with my burning lens. Over here we're going to work, this is my minimal kit. And I like to keep it all in one little pouch thing here. I've got my ferro rod, saw, hole making device from good old Sean Helton, who is now on a loan, and more knife heavy duty. So this would go on my belt once I pick this up and decide to go out into the woods. This would go on my belt in one way or another. Front flap, we've got a little zipper here. When I go out and I decide a little bit of downtime is warranted, a little bit of reading material. Flipping it up, we've got a whole bunch of good things in here. We've got some trail snacks. We've got some peanut butter filled pretzels along with a little bit of a peanut butter caffeine in case I need a little bit of energy. Here's my tool pouch. So we'll look into that. Down here in the top I have jute twine. Everyone should carry some jute twine with them, whether for cordage or for fire making. This is just good to always have with you. That way, if you can source your tinder from out in the field, great, do that and don't use this. But if you can't, you've got it. You've always got it with you, and that's a valuable thing. Tarp clips, 2 of them, and I'll explain why I've got these here in a minute, because I do not have a tarp. I don't bring a tarp with me. I've got something else, but you can still use these. It's coming into the summer months, so I keep with me a small bottle of citronella essential oil. A little bit goes a long way, and you can put it in certain places around your ears and things like that to keep the bugs away. This is a valuable thing these days, but I do it for fire. Keep your fire going. Down in here I've got, alright, so we'll get to this in just a second. In this little pouch here I've got a little USB light, so it charges through USB. So if I've got something that charges a USB, I can use it. This is my secondary water purification. This is purification, not filtering. But iodine. So, a little tincture of iodine right there. And then to add to a little bit of waterproofing and to help with sewing and stuff, I make a little beeswax cake thing. So we've got that to help with waterproofing and other things along with those lines. Coming back to this is a self-made pouch, but inside I've got one of the fire boxes. I don't know whose this is, what brand this is, so I've only used it a few times, but this is a winter item. I'm sorry, a summer item. The winter ones, the winter grill is here. The one I use for the winter time. You see, in the winter time, you want that heat to radiate out. You really want it to not be encased. And so I use this little freestanding grill here. So this helps a lot for my grilling needs in the wintertime, because you want to get a little warmed up by that. A little fire starting kit right there, just to keep it with. The little one, however, or shall I say, the little one that is also has walls, is keeps the fire inside, and then you don't get a lot of that fire heat radiating onto you. It stays inside, heats the metal up a little bit, sure, but it just keeps everything together. So there's my kit there, little kit there. You've seen what was inside here. Let's go into the main compartment. I've got large bottle, stainless steel, single walled. Very, 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 very useful. Which reminds me, it's time to pause for the cause. Give me a second. Good stuff. All right. Regular old 550 cord. Now, my philosophy on this is that you always need cord, even if you have certain things that make cord kind of pointless. For example, the Scotch-eyed auger doesn't make cord pointless, but it does make it to where you don't need it as much. So the Scotch-eyed auger from Shaw and Helton is a very useful item. This, you always want to use some kind of cord for impermanent and non-destructive structures. Tighten this up just a little bit. I always find something I need to do when I look in my kit. All right, but I'm thinking I might trade this out for. This is 550 cord, so 500 to 50 pounds can swing on this. I can swing on this. It is so thin, it's probably going to cut into my skin like crazy. But it's 550 pound test line. It's more than any amount of fishing line that you would need. The 50 pounds is the inner string weight limit, and that's more than you would need fishing as well. So I think this is a little bit of overkill, and as thick as it is, it might do better if we got the two. Was it two? I think it's two. It's either 225 or 275. This is Type 3A, Type 2 paracord, or no, Type 3B. Type 3A is like 350. Type 2 is 275, and Type 1 is like 95. Type 2 paracord I think would be better. It's a lot thinner. It's 250, 275 pound test line, so it's still as strong as you need to be, as you need to have it. And so because it's thinner, more will be on a hank. You'll be able to have more cord or cordage. So anyway, there's my thought on that. There's that. Let's look into here. What's this? My field sewing kit. Got that right here. Needle case, got some wax, got some string, and here I've got a couple of buttons, some wooden buttons. Come on now. There we go. So if you wanted to look at the buttons, there's the wooden buttons. 2-hole style, not the 4-hole. A small open L in there as well. But there's that. Inside this one, got a smaller carving knife, little Enzo. Love this little sucker. Got this at Blade last year. Alright. Don't matter where you go, always carry a compass. No matter how small you might think that usefulness is. And of course, a main fire kit with another burning lens. some char cloth. I've got some lots of different other things in there to help out with the start of fire. I broke down. We got the money from taxes, and I just had to get a grill, so I got myself a grill. It's one of those smaller ones. Still works great though. I really enjoy this, the convenience of being able to just fill, filter, put what I've got in there and into this one, and then filter this one again, and I can still use this one straight out. It's just form factor is amazing. I love it. Oh, second to last, we've got my carving kit, which includes a bent gouge and a little more detail knife. So a little bit of craft work I can do with this. Now this is my shelter component, and what this is a poncho, a ground cloth, and a tarp. And it's got tie outs for a tarp. It's got a poncho thing. It's got a channel, a cord channel on either side to create turn this into a hammock. So it's a hammock, a poncho, a ground cloth, and a tarp. So if I need to string it out in a place, in a location that doesn't have one of the tie outs that's available to it, I use the tarp clips. So that's where that is. So this is a multi-use right here. All right. And there's one more item in the back here, easily accessible. My headlamp. Very useful. Anyway, guys, in case it gets a little dark, I can use that. But this is really a haversack. It's only basically only useful in day trips, day treks, and things like that. So you really don't want to use this for long trips. That you don't want to use these for long trips. Let me just say that. You can. It's a bit of a survival thing. I think you've got all 5 C's if you want to use that method. I normally don't. I just don't like. I think there's more to it than just 5 C's in a survival situation, or at least there can be, to make it more useful. But anyway, this is just me putting back stuff that I'd already probably should have put back a long time ago. Right there, that goes in there. Put this on top. So, oh, I forgot to show you guys this thing. I don't know why I didn't even see it. Always keep with you a way to hone your knives back up, hone your tool maintenance, always. So it was a little stuck in the side. I didn't see it there for a second. But there you go. There's that. There we go. Well, guys, I hope you liked the video. If you do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon. Leave me a comment if you think I missed anything, if you think something else might be better, if you like some of the concepts that I talked about, or if you thought a little modification of the concept might be a good idea. Tell me how and why. Otherwise, guys, have a good day. And always remember, when you respect the old ways respect you. Bye for now. The first moment from seeing? Is this sunlight? Oh, are those trees? Oh my gosh. I think we may have been in quarantine for a little too long.